Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Technic. Today I need to cut some of this marine fuel hose, and I decided to make another quick tech tip video for you, show you how you can get a good clean, nice, even cut as opposed to the typical ugly, jagged cuts. Alright, we all know how much of a pain it is to cut any hose to get a good, even, flush cut. And this marine fuel filler hose is even worse because it has a metal coil in it, so that makes it a lot harder to get a good cut. Now what I'm going to show you will apply to basically any rubber hose, but also apply to, like, say, aluminum intercooler piping or exhaust piping. Same way they make a good, even cut. So the quickest way to make a good cut that is square around the tube is I actually use a hose clamp, and you can slide it over it. And when you go ahead and position this hose clamp on and tighten it up, it gets you about 80% of the way there, where you have a good square line around your hose. So rather than trying to use a piece of tape or draw it, this gets you most of the way there, and then you can go ahead and fine tune it with a tape measure to get the hose at the length you need. All right, now that I have this hose clamp on and tight, it's squared up to the hose, and I have an even section of hose sticking above. Now, you can cut this however you like. You can use a cutoff wheel, air saw, hacksaw, whatever you have to cut it. I'm going to use a bandsaw because that's what I have, and it's easier to cut through this rubber pipe. And the benefit that I have when I use that bandsaw is I can actually run the blade alongside this hose clamp. And since the rubber is so much softer, the blade's going to easily want to cut through the rubber. It's not going to want to cut into the clamp, and it will also cut the metal that's in the hose. And that's how you get a good clean cut right here on the end of this hose. Now this hose was shipped with a pretty jagged, ugly cut up here, and I've already cut it once to get it square and flush. So this is what we're going to end up with. We'll take it to the bandsaw, get this cut. Using the bandsaw does help give me a straighter cut, but by using the hose clamp and using that as a guide, you can use any tool or any saw and cut this hose and still achieve a very nice straight cut. Okay, here's the cut without it dressed, straight off the bandsaw, and you can see how straight and clean that is. Now is what I'll do, since I have the metal wire in here, is I'll take my die grinder and I'll clean up this metal wire so it's not so sharp and pokey, and then I'll take a pair of pliers and bend it back into this groove, and you can see that's what it looks like when it's done after the dressing on the metal wire. So that's the finished product. So guys, like I mentioned, just a real quick tech tip. This is an easy, quick way to get a nice good cut on this tubing and hose. Hopefully it works out for you guys in your projects in the shop. As always, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. I'll keep pushing out more tech tips when I come across them. Appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. See you on the next one.